Borley Rectory, a gloomy Victorian house in Essex, earned the nickname the most haunted house in England during the 1920s and 30s. Its legend has everything: a ghostly nun gliding through the garden, a headless coachman, unexplained ringing bells, messages scrawled on walls by unseen hands, and spontaneous object tossings. The haunting really took off when Reverend Lionel Foyster and his wife, Mary Ann, moved in between 1928 and 1935. Soon, the rectory resounded with knocks and crashes with no culprit in sight. Mary Ann Foyster reported being slapped by invisible forces and nearly flung out of bed by a ghostly assailant. Mysterious handwriting appeared on the walls, addressing Mary Ann by name, begging for light mass prayers. Phantom footsteps echoed in empty halls. Even brickbats and vases seemed to launch themselves at unlucky residents. The public lapped it up. Borley's horrors were splashed in newspapers, and the famous paranormal investigator Harry Price moved in to study the site. Price documented over 2,000 supernatural incidents: stones materializing out of nowhere, fires igniting spontaneously, windows shattering. It became a ghost hunter's Disneyland, with celebrities like Sherlock Holmes' creator, Arthur Conan Doyle, expressing belief in its specters. Borley Rectory truly seemed like a poltergeist playground. But when something sounds too spooky to be true, it probably is. Decades later, the Borley mystery unraveled spectacularly. In 2000, a man named Louis Mayerling, who as a boy lived at Borley, confessed in a book that he and others faked the hauntings for years. According to Mayerling, the earliest residents, the Bull family, leaned into local ghost lore about a nun's ghost and actively created effects to freak people out. The Bull kids and their servants devised secret passages and hiding spots. Mayerling himself admitted as a 6-year-old he would crawl inside a hidden gap and pluck piano strings to simulate the famous ghost playing the organ trick, those servants' bells that rang inexplicably at night. Mayerling says the Bull boys poked them through a window with rods. When the Foysters arrived, paranormal activity conveniently spiked. Why? According to Mayerling, Lionel Foyster struggled financially and realized boosting Borley's haunted reputation could draw sympathy and donations. So the Foysters allegedly leaned in. Mary Ann in particular was later accused of fabrication. She privately admitted in later interviews that she faked some phenomena to cover up her extramarital escapades. Nothing like a ghost breaking a vase to distract your husband from noticing you sneaking out. For example, those chalk scrawlings on the wall pleading for prayers. Mary Ann all but confessed she wrote them herself, likely during bouts of boredom or to spice up the drama. Harry Price's own team found evidence that objects were staged. A crucial flying glass tumbler in one incident was later found carefully placed, not thrown. Oops. By the time the rectory burned down in 1939, yes, it caught fire, skeptics were already circling. A diligent Society for Psychical Research review in 1956 concluded many Borley wonders were either natural causes or outright pranks. The famed ghost nun? Probably a neighbor's housekeeper seen through the trees at twilight. The phantom writings and thrown stones? Likely the work of living hands. Mary Ann or local pranksters, take your pick. And Mayerling's bombshell confession sealed it. Borley's ghosts had been home brewed by mischievous residents and an over-eager ghost hunter. As he put it, they watched in amazement as the world fell for the elaborate hoax. Indeed, Borley became a cautionary tale in paranormal lore, a reminder that when a haunted house has all the bells and whistles, there might be a hidden string or child with a poker behind the magic. So was Borley Rectory haunted? If you ask a believer, they'll recount the countless eerie incidents Price recorded and swear something unholy walked those halls. Ask a skeptic and they'll chuckle that Britain's most haunted house was its biggest haunted hoax. As for Marianne Foister, confronted in old age, she quipped, "I suspect it was all a publicity stunt, and I should know. I helped stage it." Perhaps the most supernatural thing about Borley was how long so many smart people were fooled. In the end, the ghosts of Borley turned out to be quite human, proving that sometimes the only spirit in the room is the spirit of mischief. It really makes me wonder why the hell England has so many poltergeists.